Now, before getting started with this review, I want to make this very clear because some of you out there, silly streams, questioned my fandom to an NFL team. The Patriots are back. I have been a Patriots fan since I was 8 years old, guys. Drake May is him. We are so back. Anyways, that's a different conversation for a different day. Let's talk movies. Just like every monthly ranking, this is my list, okay? I definitely slowed down after the month of October. I only have 11 movies here, and I did miss quite a few movies, a lot of like streaming movies, certain movies I actually want to watch one day. I just, I chose sleep, friendships, also Thanksgiving, and I was busy too meeting a cool lady. Yeah, so anyways, the month of November was a lot of fun, but we do have 11 movies to rank here. If your opinion is different, leave a comment down below and let me know how wrong I am and how right you are, because the world keeps turning. They're all just movies. I didn't see as many as probably as you, or I might have seen a few more. Who knows? Let me know down below. So let's get straight into it. Again, I only have 11 movies, and I will say it, all movies on my list, I honestly wouldn't say any of them are bad. I would not title them bad. Just a few movies that weren't for me, honestly. But I feel like a lot of people might enjoy some of these movies. So let's get straight into it. Number 11 is Die My Love. This is the new Jennifer Lawrence maybe Oscar nomination movie for her. Listen, she gives an Oscar-worthy performance in my opinion. The movie is shot very well. It's just boring to me. It's a little odd, it's a little different, and it might have been for like themes, creativity, and you might really relate to those things, and that is awesome. But for me personally, I don't ever care to watch this movie again. Watching it, I will say, it is really well made, really well acted. It is not a terrible movie, but for my experience, I was bored. I didn't care. There were certain things I didn't understand. So maybe one day a second rewatch could change my thoughts. But currently, nah, this has got to be number 11 for me. So now moving on, number 10, another movie. A few people I know actually really enjoy this one. That is Osgood Perkins' new movie, Keeper. So I thought The Monkey was meh. It's kind of forgettable at this point. This one, I was intrigued because it looked more serious, and I like Osgood Perkins from Long Legs, obviously. This one was another snooze fest for me. It is beautifully made. It's got an amazing performance by Tatiana Maslany in a lead performance. She's great, but the end of the movie has some really creepy moments. And that's really it. I walked away from this movie just bored. It felt so generic for Osgood Perkins. It felt like a movie that didn't stand out. It felt like a movie that, as a horror fan, I've seen 100 times before, but this one just had that Osgood Perkins weirdness, and when it did get a little weird, those parts were cool. But in the end, it was boring to me, not a movie that was for me. So, again, that's 2 movies in a row you could go see, and you could definitely like, which is also number 9. Sisu, Road to Revenge. These movies are not for me, okay? I'm saying it now. If a third one is ever made, I don't plan to see it or review it because I'm not a fan, okay? I wasn't a fan of the first one, but this one is better than the first one in my opinion. I like the story better. I like our main villain, the guy from Avatar. I just honestly like the overall production, the action, just speed to it. But at the end of the day, I can't get over how Looney Tunes this is. I can't go how wacky it is and the over-the-top kills and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people really like that. That is so cool. I wish my brain could go that fun, but it doesn't. I know how to have fun. I know how to have fun with movies, but this one to me is just too wacky. It's too unserious, and it's not for me. So there we go. 3 movies, not for me. That's the only ones on my bad. Number 8 is more of a disappointment, and that is The Running Man. I love Edgar Wright. I love him to death. I think Glen Powell is a superstar. I know a lot of people are already tired of him, which is kind of crazy because he just got here, so he's going to be plenty of more movies. This movie had pretty much a really solid first and second act, in my opinion. The third act was completely messy. Oh my gosh. As soon as we introduce this character in a car, then we get onto a plane, and then the ending happens, and then someone is explaining the entire ending, and it just ends without really like a solid answer ending, which I feel like for this movie, how it was built with this family core, Glen Powell doing these dangerous stuff, for it to end like that, it felt really disappointing. Now, I have not read the book. I have seen the original movie once, maybe twice, but probably once. So now with this one, it's watchable, but it's definitely disappointing in the Edgar Wright tier because he's made some like multiple A+ movies in my opinion. So unfortunately, this is one of the biggest disappointments of the year for me. So, number seven is going to be an Oscar movie, and this is definitely an Oscar movie that I enjoyed the one watch. That is Sentimental Value. Amazing performance. Really well made. Definitely a movie that can hit people differently on who you are, where you are in life, and I completely understand if you love this movie. For me personally, it's just a movie that, like, I appreciate more than I actually really liked. But I will say, like, the performances are great. Elle Fanning is fantastic. The Skarsgård is also fantastic. I can't say the main actress's name, but I hope she gets a Best Actress nomination. Like, there is good in this movie. There is a good story. There's good performances. I recommend it for probably the film schnobs of Oscar season. Like, I recommend it for you for sure. But, like, general people, we all know what you were watching this Thanksgiving break. Not this one. But definitely a movie I wouldn't say don't watch, but it is what it is. All right, so number 6, shock of the month. Shocked it's this high. Shocked how much I actually liked it. Now You See Me 3. Yes, aka Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This was fun, you know? I'm not the biggest fan of the Now You See Me franchise. It was at potentially one point going to be my first review on this channel, that original movie in 2013. And then when the second one came out, it was fine. It's what it is. But it took so long for this third one to come out. I was like, who is asking for it? I was wrong because this movie made money. And it's more international money when you look at the box office projections or anything. But hey, there's an audience. There is a fan base. And I believe they're already confirmed to do a fourth one. I'm okay with it because this one was solid. It was fun. It had a fun cast, fun action scenes, some wanky, wonky storytelling, CGI, but it joins the franchise as, you know, just a solid little franchise. Not terrible, not great, but if you're a fan of it, definitely go see this movie for sure if you're a fan. All right, now reaching in the top 5. 5 to 1, I like all these movies. So number 5 is Knives Out 3. I'm calling it Knives Out 3 because I can never remember the damn name. I know it's like Dead Man Walking or I don't know. I don't remember. Knives Out 3. So Daniel Craig returns in a brand new mystery, and this one is darker, but not like super dark, but it definitely is more like religious, dealing with the church, dealing with the death in the church, and Josh O'Connor gives an amazing performance. Glenn Close, I said in my review, and I saw a few people say it, and I hope it happens. I hope Glenn Close gets nominated for Best Supporting Actress. She's fantastic. She is so good in this movie. Now, I know this movie hasn't come out into Netflix yet. I think it's December 12th. But if you can go see it in theaters, I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of this franchise. This one, I believe, was better than Glass Onion. I enjoyed this one more. But the first one is still the best rainy day, get a blanket, watch a movie. Knives Out, the original, is still the best. But this one is now my second favorite. I will say that. All right, number 4 is Rental Family. I enjoyed this movie. This movie is a warm blanket on a rainy day, in my opinion, and Brendan Fraser gives an amazing performance. He's just likable, you know, and I think the movie does a fantastic job telling the story about this agency that basically places him into a family, a rental family member, a friend, a person that is in need of a person like him. The movie does a fantastic job with performances, storytelling, it's beautifully shot. I like this movie. This is a good movie. Is it like you gotta see it in a movie theater movie? I wouldn't say so, but it is a movie I recommend to most. I'm intrigued to see if Brendan Fraser gets nominated. I would say no. I think there's a lot of competition for Best Actor, but he is very good in this movie. So, besides Oscar talk, the movie itself is good. All right, number 3. Once again, I shouldn't be shocked, but I'm shocked it's this high. That is Zootopia 2. Wow, this made a lot of money, which I'm not that shocked. I'm just shocked of like, it's been 10 years and now we finally get a sequel and this is probably going to make $1 billion, which it should, because I think it's better than the first one. Now, I've seen the first one in probably like 7 years, but this one just built on the world with the reptiles and Ke Huy Quan's character as this new snake character. I love the relationship with our main leads. I love that they built out on our characters while building the world, while being funny as hell, while having fun action. It's family friendly. It's definitely got messaging that can definitely apparently trigger a few people, but you know, whatever. In my opinion, bring your kids, bring anyone of all ages. This is a great movie theater movie, and you should definitely see it if you can. Now, number 2. I know some of you are going to be mad, because then if you can figure out what number 2 is, number 1 is, and a lot of you are going to be like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. This is my list. You know what? I'm not sorry. Number 2, Predator Badlands. I really liked this movie. I'm sad I'm not going to be able to see it again because I'm busy this holiday season, but this is a movie. All of my guy friends who enjoy the Predator franchise, I tell them to go see this. I had a few go see it and they hated it. And I was like, I guess, but me personally, this is a step into a franchise that can really build upon it. Elle Fanning, fantastic. The CGI, extremely good for only being like a $100 million budget. I love the Predator that we make as a main lead. I hope we build upon his character and this world. We are building to Alien vs. Predator somehow, some way. But I feel like this is a great just add-on to the Predator franchise. I mean, to stay this fresh in like the 7th or 8th movie, I appreciate that. And they did a fantastic job. I agree with certain people of like, I still want my Predator to be R-rated. I still want him to be the evil being that we know from the classic movie. But this movie does a really good job on telling this story with a main lead Predator. I had a great time. Seems like a lot of people did have a good time. It made money, I believe. There were people who criticized it, and I see it as fair criticism. But that is that. That is number 2. So yes, my number 1, and apparently might be controversial. Number 1's Wicked for Good. I like this movie, okay? And I am shocked how many people are just saying it sucks, like flat out sucks. In my opinion, me personally, I see it as this way. This movie is 100% not a Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's not a Mockingjay Part 2. Those, if you watch those movies, feel like separate movies with this one story being told. In my opinion, Wicked for Good is literally cut in half. Like, this is the second half of the other movie. And if you watch them back to back, which I haven't done yet, but I will do it, I think it's going to go perfectly together. And a lot of people I know, I did theater class in high school for 4 straight years. Many people did criticize the second half of Wicked. I didn't know how much it was criticized until I posted my review. And a lot of you told me right away that opinion. And I appreciate it. But me personally, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely one of those movies where it has problems. I said it in my review, but I still enjoyed the world and the experience. I think Ariana Grande, currently at the end of November, she should be the favorite to win Best Supporting Actress. I believe so. There's going to be some competition, but if she's not nominated, I would be confused because maybe the bad reviews hurt that. I don't know, but it still made money. It still was packed the second time I saw it on Thanksgiving break. So honestly, go see this movie. Be a fan. If you're a fan, go see this movie, okay? There might be criticisms, and they're all fair criticism. You make your own opinion. But my opinion was, this was hands down the best movie I saw this month, with a close second being Predator. And just like that, the November ranking is over. My goodness, where has time gone? Can it just slow down just a little bit? Like, my goodness, how are we already at the end of 2025? But speaking of December, we got a lot of movies coming out, and there's a lot of good-looking movies coming out, except Anaconda. But my most anticipated is easily Avatar: Fire and Ash. It looks awesome. It's James Cameron. I'm there day one. Probably not for Anaconda, but I'll see Anaconda. But honestly, I'd rather see Anaconda over Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Can't lie about that. But yes, December's got a packed month full of movie reviews and Stranger Things. Plus, we have, of course, the ranking for December, top 10 best, top 10 worst, top 10 horror movies. We got a lot of videos coming out this month. I am really excited for the end of 2025 and, of course, 2026. I hope you guys had an enjoyable Thanksgiving. Were you safe? What did you do? What did you see? What did you eat? I want to know all of it down below. I will see you guys on the next video. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Bye, everybody.